welcome back to In the Kitchen with WokChow. I'm your host, Evan Hill, and this is owner of WokChow, Timothy Joseph. What are we doing today, Tim?
Today we're going to do sushi. We're gonna start off with a crunchy shrimp roll, something that a lot of guests really like to try when they enter the sushi scene.
I've had many crunchy shrimp rolls, and they're all delicious, especially the ones I've had here.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much. You know, if you look at what we have set up on the table here, it really doesn't look like sushi to me. You know, the most important thing about the crunchy shrimp roll is having the right batter. We got to get that shrimp nice and crunchy. We have to have little crunchies to put on the outside of the roll. That's its namesake. Yeah. Crunchy shrimp.
Crunchy shrimp.
All right, so let's go ahead and start making some homemade tempura batter. All right, I've got a mixing bowl and a whisk, nothing fancy there. I've got my flour, drop that in the bowl.
All right, you're starting from scratch all the way here, huh?
You got it. There's no reason to buy that little mix at the store.
Right.
We're gonna make it homemade. Got cornstarch, got 1 egg, got my baking soda, and my baking powder. Just going to start to mix that up just a little bit. Now what we're going to do here is add water, and the amount of water can vary, so we're going to create a consistency that's a little bit thinner than pancake batter. I think most of us have made pancakes. And we'll just keep adding the water until we have the right consistency there.
All right, we got our pancake batter, actually tempura batter. Sorry, it's early. I've got pancakes on the brain.
Of course.
I haven't eaten breakfast yet. But we got a really nice consistency on the batter there. What do we do next?
You got it. The next thing we do is we're going to cook up our shrimp.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so we've got our hot oil here. You want it about 400 degrees. A good way to tell if it's ready is just take some of your batter and drop it in there. And if it starts to cook and sizzle on the top, you're all set. Just want to make sure it doesn't turn brown. If it turns brown right away, obviously your oil's too hot. In my batter, all I'm going to do is take my 3 shrimp. I'm going to drop those right in. Just cover those up real nicely. And I'm going to slowly drop them in the oil. Just like that. Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention is I did dust the shrimp with a little bit of flour beforehand to help that batter stick. The next thing we need are those yummy little crunchy bits that we're going to put on the outside of the roll. And to do that, it's very simple. We're going to use that same batter we used with our shrimp, except now we're going to add a lot more water to it. We're trying to thin it out just a little bit. Our new batter in. You can see how it just immediately cooks and floats to the top there. Only takes a second to cook. And once it does, we're going to pull it right out. Put it on a plate with a paper towel on it.
All right, we've got all our ingredients here. I don't see any raw fish. I know that a lot of people think that when they're having sushi, it's just a bunch of raw fish just cut up.
Well, I think that's a great question. Sushi actually doesn't mean raw fish. Sushi just basically means rice. Oh. And it's all about what you put in the rice. It doesn't have to be raw at all. And today, everything that we've got here is absolutely cooked, or it's a vegetable and you would eat raw anyways.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get the rest of our ingredients together. The first thing we need to do is, I've got these special little gloves here. They don't stick to rice. Obviously, if you don't have any gloves at home, you can just keep your hands a little bit wet. But anytime you add moisture to the rice, obviously, it's not going to be the same quality that it originally was. I've got an English cucumber. I like to use English cucumbers because the skin on them is very soft. It's not hard and bitter like a regular cucumber is. And there aren't many seeds in it, so we can utilize just about the entire cucumber here. I'm just going to cut a small slice in it, just like that. And we'll save this for some other sushi later on. And we're just going to make some nice cucumber sticks, if you would, out of that.
So you're going to open up a sushi restaurant that caters only to lawyers. What do you call it?
The Sushi Palace.
No. So sue me.
Oh, jeez. All right, so sue me. Yeah, thanks. All right, so I've got a half sheet of nori. When you buy this, it's a full sheet. We just want to cut that in half and have a half one here. I've got my sushi rice. You want about a baseball size, maybe a little bit smaller. And we're just going to put it right down the center there of our sushi sheet, or our nori. All right?
Okay.
Once we've done that, we're just going to really lightly press this rice out to all the edges. I'm not pressing down. I don't want to smush the little grains of rice. I want everything to stay nice and fluffy, but I do want to cover the entire surface.
Okay, yeah. See, there's a very delicate touch you're providing there.
Absolutely. All right, and once we've attached the rice to the sushi sheet, we're going to go ahead and flip that over and have a nice surface to work on, okay?
Okay.
Now I've got some, we call it shrimp sauce. You can use mayonnaise at home, or I'm sure there's some recipes online for that.
I love that stuff.
Just a stripe right down the center.
Are you sure we just can't cover it with shrimp sauce?
We can when we're all done.
Okay.
We're going to lay our cucumber sticks on here. And then the next step, I've got some little sticks of cream cheese that I made there. Well, I didn't make the cream cheese, I cut it. I'm going to set this aside just for 1 second. I have a fresh avocado. We're going to cut that in half. Twist it off. And there's two ways to deal with the avocado. You can go ahead and cut the pieces, or if you're not that skilled, you can just spoon it out. Move this back to the center. Just scoop it out in little strips, put it right in the center of your sushi there. Just like that. The next little bit is our shrimp. I'm going to leave a little bit hanging out of each side there. And now the most challenging part, we're going to go ahead and roll this up into a sushi roll. Since there's not a lot of surface space to work with here, I've got to kind of force it in, and I'm just going to roll it over. The goal is making this rice edge touch this nori edge. That's really what's going to seal it together. And once we've done that, we've got kind of a sushi roll starting to form here. A firm press, don't have to push that hard. And we're all set. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we have these crunchies that we made a second ago. And I'm just going to take my sushi roll, I'm going to roll it right in those nice fresh crunchies. And I have my sushi knife. Sometimes it helps to wet the edge of that a little bit so the rice doesn't stick to it. I'm just going to cut the roll right in half there. Time to plate, there's many ways to do it. Of course, we're going to set the shrimp standing nice and high. Just going to lean them against each other. Just like that. Looks good. All right, once we've laid it on the plate, the thing that you were hoping for, lots of shrimp sauce right on top.
All right.
So we're just going to drizzle that right on top there.
That's good. That is a lot.
And that's it.
See, we got some wasabi and some ginger there.
Absolutely.
I love wasabi.
Now the ginger cleanses the palate, and wasabi adds a little bit of spice.
I won't do a ginger joke today, okay?
All right, sounds good. Appreciate that for sure. The only thing left is to eat.
Oh, that's my favorite part. All right, excellent. Well, I believe we've got another successful dish we've created here. It's been fun. And thank you all for watching. I'm Evan Hill. This is Tim Joseph, of course. Thank you so much for teaching us how to make sushi. And hopefully you'll be able to do it at home. Visit us at www.wokchow.com to learn more.